Hello everyone and welcome to the video lecture series of mobile application development. Students, in this lecture we are going to learn about the broadcast receivers in Android and going to start to implement the very first receiver which is known as static receiver, broadcast receiver in Android. Welcome students, this is your instructor Janice Shah. So let me just give you some basic introduction about the broadcast receiver. So, have you ever experienced that students, whenever your alarm application is set in the background, okay, it is not in an active state, okay, still at 7 a.m. you recently get notified by the alarm application, okay. Now, whenever your phone gets battery low, you will get automatically notified by the smartphone that okay, your phone battery is low, okay. What is this? This is all about the broadcast receiver events. One particular event is broadcasted by the one application and it is received by your smartphone devices or any other application. So whenever the services is received by from one app to another app, that is known as inter-app communication. Okay. When normally the one smartphone is directly receive the services is the normal, we can say the broadcast receiver services. So students, the broadcast in Android is a system-wide event that can occur when the device starts or when a message is received or the device or when the incoming call is received, or when we can say the device goes to the airplane mode as well. Now the broadcast receiver is used to respond these system wide events. Broadcast receiver is allow us to register for the system and the application event what the event happens and registered receivers get the notified with that. That means whenever some event happens, you just need to register that particular broadcast receiver to your smartphone devices or in an application. Whenever that event occurs, the registered broadcast receiver get notified it and send it to the message to any other application, whatever the code you done for that. This is all about the broadcast receiver. There are mainly two types of broadcast receivers are there. One is static, one is dynamic. So static broadcast receivers are declared in the manifest file and work even with the app is closed. That means what happens with the static? See, even if the app is closed, the static broadcast receivers are working because they are defined in a manifest file. But the dynamic broadcast receivers are work only when the application is active because we are going to define them on create state. So there is a difference between static and dynamic. Remember, static broadcast receivers are in active state even if the application is closed, and the dynamic broadcast receiver are in active state only and only if your activity is currently going on, or I can say application is currently open. Now next is, so what are the basic intent we can say system wide generated intent, or this is the by default events or you can say intent received by the broadcast receiver. Number one is android.intent.action.battery low, that indicates the low battery condition in any other devices. Next is android.intent.action.boot completed. So once your application for smartphone boot process is completed, this event is occurred and this we can say the intent is to get notified. Now next is intent.action.call. So perform the call some specified date changed. So whenever the date is changed, this event is occurred. Reboot, it is devices get rebooted. And the connectivity change, whenever you stop the internet connection, whenever you start internet connection, whenever you move from the internet to Wi-Fi, this connectivity underscore change event is occurred. Now let me just start with the example of the very first, that is known as static broadcast receiver. See students, our aim is to write a program for the static broadcast receiver where the static broadcast receiver receives an event when boot is completed and connectivity get changed. Okay. So here what I am going to do that I am going to teach you that whenever the boot is completed and the connectivity gets changed, how the static broadcast receiver works, how we can implement it. Okay, so let's get started to understand about the static broadcast receiver very first time. So students, first you need to register a broadcast inside the manifest.xml file. So here we have the manifest.xml file where we need to register our broadcast receiver. To do that, just write down a tag which is known as receiver android caller name. This is the example broadcast receiver. See, the example broadcast receiver is the Java class, okay, which I have already created. So first you need to create a broadcast receiver example class that extends broadcast receiver and then register itself over here. Okay, so intent filter, obviously we are going to use the intents over here. So intent filter, inside that you need to write down the actions. Okay, so which actions we need to register over here? One is boot completed, second one is connectivity get changed. So action is equal to Android name intent.actions boot completed and intent.connection.android.net.con.connectivity_change. So I have registered both the actions over here in the intent folder, and now let's move towards the next is all about the manifest file, activity_main file. See the activity_main.xml file, we are not going to change any designing part over here, so just keep it as it is. Now this is the main activity.java file. So inside the main activity.java file, students, we are not going to change nothing, that's why it becomes as it is. So at the first time our main activity file.java and the activity_main.xml file remains as it is. What we need to do that then, sir? See, we need to create another class which is extends broadcast receiver. So we need to write like public class example broadcast receiver extends broadcast receiver and public void on receive method. We need to override a method on receive which has parameters as the context and intent. So whenever your intent, if your intent.action_boot completed equals intent.getAction, that means it is as per your action performed by your smartphone devices, then it toasts a message boot completed. And whenever a connectivity manager get some intent action like your intended connectivity get changed, then you will get a message like connectivity changed. Okay, students, so this is all about the broadcast receiver example. Now let me just show the code for that. See, students, this is my Android manifest.xml file where I have added a receiver Android caller name. On the below of the activity, I have added the receiver over there with the class example broadcast receiver. So this is first I need to make a class example broadcast receiver which should extend the broadcast receiver class. Inside it I need to override a method which is known as onReceive, pass the context and intent object over there. When your intent action is boot completed, we need to toast a message boot completed. When the intent action is connectivity action, then we just need to check the connectivity changed. My main activity.java file and activity_main file remains as it is, and this is just a manifest file where I just need to edit the receiver. Okay, over here where Android action intent filter is there and action, we need to define both boot completed and connectivity gets changed. Okay, I just need to, and I do not need to add any other thing. Now let me just run the application and show you the output first.
Okay, so students, when we click on the run app, what we are doing over here, I have already told you that the boot completed and the connectivity change, both things should work. Most probably in the static broadcast receiver, students, the boot connectivity boot completed I cannot show you because see, this is a broadcast static receiver. Now just let me just change the connectivity. See, the connectivity is changed, still it's not working because this static broadcast receiver is working only in the Android phone less than Android version 5 or 6. Okay, so and if you want to see the boot completed, then let me just restart my smartphone devices. So just wait for a while, the phone is restarting. See, now my application is for the broadcast static receiver is here. So here you can see the boot completed, right? So boot completed. Now we just have recently see the boot completed. Now see, if I click on again, then I cannot able to see the boot completed because it occurs only once. Fine. So students, this is how you can check the boot completed in the static broadcast receiver.
So students, this is all about the static broadcast receiver in Android. We have seen that what do we mean by the broadcast and how we can implement it statically. Now in the next lecture I am going to show you that how can we implement the broadcast receiver dynamically. Till that, if you have any doubt in this lecture, then please feel free to ask me. Thank you so much.